of critical decision? Would he be paralyzed by fear or spurred on by a deep sense of purpose? Michelangelo provides us with a fascinating answer. His young David stands tall in calm defiance. His countenance is that of determination, focus, scanning the scene before him for the most fitting strategy. He has made up his mind and is not backing down. And he seems to have full confidence in his own abilities to circumvent the looming perilous situation that would fill other men with hopeless dread. He already knows that he will not fight his deadly foe head-on, brute strength to brute strength. There would be no sense in that. Rather, he will redefine the rules of engagement in his own favor. And so, Michelangelo's David has come to represent not just the rebellious spirit of Florence, but something far more encompassing, the notion of defying conventional wisdom, the thrill and power of overstepping traditional boundaries and sweeping aside apparently immovable obstacles. In short, limitless possibilities. Over his left shoulder, David holds his weapon of choice for facing the hulking, heavily armed and battle-hardened adversary, a sling. It is his seemingly childish yet decisively effective resource for shedding conventionality. The American Heritage Dictionary of the English language defines a sling as 1. A weapon consisting of a looped strap in which a stone is whirled and then let fly. 2. A slingshot. Beyond the symbolic association with this epic hero, there are other compelling reasons why Slingshot was chosen as the title of this book. My purpose in writing it was to show a practical path to unconventional thinking and to inspire a reconnection with our natural childhood creativity as the foundation for formulating successful strategies in adulthood. The premise of the book is that continuous innovation is both necessary and exhilarating, and we all possess the inner capacity for it. Our capacity has simply been buried and lays dormant within us. As children, our imagination knew no boundaries. We would grab a slingshot and be instantly transformed into a warrior, a spy, a huntress, or a protector of treasure. But as we grew older, our imagination was gradually reined in, and our thinking eventually settled within the accepted boundaries of conventionality. It seems that our intellectual comfort zone has shifted from that of continuous exploration and inquisitiveness to that of conformity with accepted norms of adult perception. A slingshot, therefore, is a fitting image of our childhood playfulness and lost yet recoverable creativity. By its very mechanics, it represents the alluring power of unconventional thinking. A slingshot works by applying tension to a pliable strip of material that launches a projectile forward. Similarly, unconventional thinking works by applying tension against taken-for-granted assumptions and perceived boundaries, and when unleashed, it propels us toward undiscovered market space and meaningful new strategies. In The Little Prince, French writer and aviator Antoine de Saint-Exupéry created one of those rare stories and literary characters that hold a timeless appeal and deep meaning for children and adults alike. The story is told through a narrator and depicts his encounter in the Sahara Desert with a diminutive visitor from another planet. In the beginning of the story, the narrator recounts his first drawing at the age of 6, that of an elephant having been swallowed whole by a boa constrictor. The drawing showed just the contours of an overstretched snake with the elephant inside, and therefore grown-ups were never frightened by the picture, which they mistook for that of a hat. He then created a second drawing, this time of a transparent snake, to make his meaning clear for adults. Every time after that, whenever he encountered new grown-ups, he would test them by showing the first drawing. Grown-ups would invariably think it was a picture of a hat. Thus, the narrator sadly realized that he could only talk with grown-ups about boring, pragmatic, superficial topics like politics and neckties, rather than things that fueled his imagination. But when he unexpectedly meets the little prince in the middle of the desert and presents his first drawing, the extraterrestrial visitor immediately recognizes it as an elephant that's been swallowed by a boa constrictor. Saint-Exupéry is clearly talking about the same void, the same disconnect between the creativity of childhood and the rigidity of adult thinking that I am targeting. But unlike in his story, my contention is that you don't have to be from another